The cult of personality. I know your anger. I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality.
Welcome to the D-Man Show on WFTU Radio. This is your host, D-Man. I would like to first give a shout out to my friends Jimmy and Rachel that just got engaged last Thursday. Love you guys and congratulations. Here is your Long Island news. A Port Jefferson man named Peter Crawford, 20 years old, was charged with violating the Suffolk social host law after throwing a loud party over the weekend. Police say there were dozens of underage people drinking alcohol during the party at his Dogwood Lane home. Crawford is due back in court in September. A repeat DWI offender was busted again 2 days after taking a plea deal last Tuesday on a drunk driving charge. Police say Joseph Jacaruso, 51, was swerving and almost hit other vehicles before being stopped on Merrick Road in Merrick. He was also driving without a license. He has been convicted of 2 past DWIs in 2005 and 2007. Jacaruso is being held on $75,000 bond after last Thursday's arrest. A Bronx man is accused of stealing more than $165,000 in cash and jewelry from gym lockers across Long Island. Police say Alberto Gill, 55, used a fictitious name to become a member at the Lifetime Fitness Athletic Club in Garden City. Over the last year and a half, Gill used special tools to break into members' lockers. Gill also allegedly stole from lockers at the LA Fitness in New Hyde Park. Nassau County detectives say they were able to identify Gill and arrest him by cross-referencing all the members who had checked in around the time of the burglaries. That was your Long Island news. Here's your entertainment news. A unknown woman is suing Usher for $10 million from getting herpes after sexual relations with him. She now wants at least $20 million for emotional harm, medical bills, and other damages. All right, first of all, that woman will get something, but I don't think she will get $20 million. I just can't believe Usher did that to this woman. I feel this shouldn't have happened. He should have been honest with her if he had a sexual transmitted disease. You know, it's a real shame now. There's another celebrity that did this. First Charlie Sheen and now Usher. We shall see what happens with this situation. Singer Madonna files an emergency court order so a letter that was written by Tupac in prison from 1995 and other possessions doesn't get sold at auction. She claims she never knew some of these items were no longer in her possession. Madonna believes a former friend and art consultant, Darlene Lutz, betrayed her by taking these possessions. Wow, I can't believe that those possessions were stolen from her and almost went up in auction. Thank God she retrieved these possessions, because if those possessions went into the auction, she may never see it again. But at least she got these possessions right before it went into the auction. So we'll see if this former friend is the one that stole these possessions. As you may know, as of last Thursday, the lead singer of Linkin Park, Chester Bennington, was found dead in his home after committing suicide. Yeah, it's a very sad situation. And I listen to Linkin Park quite often, and he was just such a great singer. So my prayers goes out to his friends and family, and may he rest in peace. That was your entertainment news. Coming up in a bit is your sports news. In honor of Chester Bennington, enjoy this song from Linkin Park. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Thank you. Far too kind. Yeah. Ready? Let's go. Can I get an encore? Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. Yeah. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, make some noise. Get him, Jay. Who you know fresher than Ho? Riddle me that. The rest of y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can none of y'all mirror me back? Yeah, hear me rap, it's like hand G rapping his prime. I'm young H.O., raps Grateful Dead. Back to take over the globe, now break bread. I'm in Boeing Jets, Global Express. Out the country, but the blueberries still connect. On the low, but the yacht got a triple deck. But when you young, what you expect? Yep. Grand opening, grand closing. Damn your manhole, crack the can open again. Who you gonna find open a head with no pen? Just draw inspiration. Who you gonna see you can't replace him with cheap imitations of this generation? Hardcore, do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. One last time, I need y'all to roll. Yeah. Now what the hell are you waiting for? After me, there should be no more. So for one last time, make some noise. What the hell are you waiting for? Look what you made me do, look what I made for you. Knew if I paid my dues, how will they pay you? When you first come in the game, they try to play you. Then you drop a couple of hits, look how they wave to you. From Marcy to Madison Square, to the only thing that matters is just a matter of years. As fate would have it, J status appears to be at an all-time high. Perfect time to say goodbye. When I come back like Jordan, we're in the 4-5. It ain't to play games with you, it's to aim at you. Probably name you. If I owe you, I'm blowing you to smithereens. Except I take one for your team, and I need you to remember one thing. I came, I saw, I conquered. The record sale, sold out concert. Come up, you want this encore? I need you to scream till your lungs are sore. Come on.
I'm tired of being what you want me to be. Feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. I don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure of walking in your shoes, every step that I take is another mistake to you. And every second I waste is more than I can take. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. I'm becoming this. All I want to do is be more like me and be less like you. I've become so numb.
Can I get an encore? Do you want more?
I've become so numb.
So for one last time, I need y'all to roll. One last time, I need y'all to roll.
Welcome back to the D-Man Show on WFTU Radio. Here is your sports news. Joining in with sports news is my producer, Matt. He also is a sports writer and does a radio show called Big Apple Banter every Friday at 1 p.m. So welcome to the show, Matt.
Thanks, D-Man. Thanks for having me on.
So, as you may know, the Dallas Cowboys released wide receiver Lucky Whitehead on Monday, hours after the team learned he was charged with shoplifting. So, what do you think about this happening?
Yeah, supposedly, and then information came out saying that it wasn't him who actually committed the crime. So I kind of feel bad that he lost his job and got cut when it wasn't really him in the first place.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just other situation has happened with him, so of course they cut him because they were fed up with him, and knowing Jerry Jones, he's a no nonsense kind of guy, and he's one of the best owners in the NFL right now. So, of course, he won't tolerate it, and of course they cut him also. What do you think about that?
I just kind of find it surprising that they would cut a player like him, but have Greg Hardy on the team last year when he did much worse things.
Oh, and like Ezekiel Elliott too.
And Ezekiel, yeah. So I don't know if I can necessarily agree saying they're a no nonsense team.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I was trying to think like after cutting him, after this happened with the shoplifting, are they no nonsense or they're just being stupid? So probably you would say you agree they're just being stupid.
Yeah, I don't agree with them cutting him and then not going back on it and at least just like apologizing and say, look, we jumped the gun. We made a mistake here and apologize to him. But it doesn't look like it's going that way.
Yeah, I feel you. I would agree with that. And it's just unfair that like a bunch of situations has happened with Hardy and Elliott, and now he gets cut. Like, I feel you. It's very unfair.
Yeah, I definitely agree there.
And also, Derrick Rose just signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers for $2.1 million for 1 year. What do you think about that?
It's crazy to think how far Derrick Rose has dropped since leaving Chicago, and with all his injuries, he was making a ton of money. And now he's making $2.1 million, right? And that's nothing in today's NBA.
Yeah, I feel he's not in his prime anymore, and I just feel like he's not as good as he used to. So what is he going to contribute to the Cleveland Cavaliers? Once Kyrie Irving leaves, I think they're not going to be as good as they used to. LeBron James and Kyrie, I meant to say, and Derrick Rose, I meant to say, it's not going to do any good.
Yeah, Derrick Rose isn't certainly on the same level of that Kyrie Irving is. So if the Cavaliers do end up trading Irving and Rose becomes the everyday point guard getting the most minutes, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the best case scenario for the Cavs.
Yeah, we shall see what happens with this situation. And also there's rumors that Carmelo Anthony might come to the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I don't know if that's a good place for him to go. I see him, but also there are other rumors he might go to the Houston Rockets, the Portland Trailblazer, and now recently I heard the Oklahoma Thunder.
Oh, really? Oklahoma City? Okay, that's an interesting one.
You never heard that?
No,
that
I think the Houston Rockets makes more sense.
That's a better fit for him. I completely agree.
I think that's the best fit for Melo. He'd be the third best guy there, and I think that's probably what he is at this point in his career. So,
yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. And it would be cool. Imagine if he goes to the Thunder with him and Paul George. That could be a nice combo. But yeah, I don't see him going
and
there.
Russell Westbrook, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't forget about Westbrook.
That'd be a pretty nice trio right there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but yeah, definitely the Rockets. That's probably most likely he'll go there. And also, it's just kind of annoying. Man, I meant to say kind of annoying with LeBron James. I just can't believe that he made it to 7 finals in a row. Like, I just feel like he's just getting too old. Like, switch it up a bit. But you know what? He is the best thing in the NBA since Michael Jordan used to be around in the 90s. So I got to give it to him. He's a very good player.
It's pretty incredible the run that he's been on. I'm not sure what he's going to do after this year, if he's going to stay in Cleveland or go somewhere else.
I tell you,
if he stays, there's a pretty good chance that that trend continues, as the East isn't as competitive as the West. So right now it seems like the Cavs are the clear favorites to win, but we'll see what he ends up doing.
Yeah, definitely a good possibility. He'll find a way. he could be on another team or still be on the Cavaliers. I think he'll make it to the finals. I hate to say it.
Yeah, he's just that talented. He makes any team that he's on a contender.
Yeah, I can't believe it. And any team, he makes it to the finals. But yeah, I think he's going to make it to the finals. So if he were to make it to the finals again, who do you think he'll verse?
I definitely think Golden State's still the favorite in the West. I know it's
Yeah, I would agree
boring for the fourth
Oh
year in
my
a row.
God, yeah.
But
4 years in a row.
I don't see how another team is able to knock them off in a 7-game series. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I feel you. And for them to make it to the finals, I meant to say, if LeBron James is still with the Cavaliers, I think they need another good player that will help them get to the finals. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, or at least in order to compete with Golden State, because I think if both teams stay how they're currently constructed, I still think the Warriors are better and would pretty much dominate the championship. So
Yeah, what is Derrick Rose going to do?
yeah, virtually nothing at this point in his career.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We'll see what happens. So I got to let you go, Matt. So thank you for coming on to join in with me with the sports news.
Anytime, D-Man, anytime.
All right, have a nice day. That was your sports news. Here is another great hit by Linkin Park. Coming up in a bit is D-Man's Back in Time. We'll be right back.
Not the beginning, just a voice like a riot rocket every revision. But you listen to the tone and the violent rhythm and know the words sound steady, some empty within them. We say yeah, a fist flying up in the air, like we're holding on to something that's invisible there. Cause we're living at the mercy of the pain and the fear. Until we get it, forget it, let it all disappear. Yeah. Waiting for the end to come, wishing I had strength to stand. This is not what I had planned. It's out of my control. Flying at the speed of light, thoughts were spinning in my head. So many things were left unsaid. It's hard to let you go. I know what it takes to move on. I know how it feels to lie. All I wanna do is trade this life for something new, holding on to what I haven't got. Sitting in an empty room, trying to forget the past. This was never meant to last. I wish it wasn't so. I know what it takes to move on. I know how it feels to lie. All I wanna do is trade this life for something new, holding on to what I haven't got. What was left when that fire was gone? I thought it felt right, but that right was wrong. All caught up in the eye of the storm, and trying to figure out what it's like moving on. And I don't even know what kind of things I said. My mouth kept moving and my mind went dead. So picking up the pieces now, where to begin? The hardest part of ending is starting again. All I wanna do is trade this life for something new, holding on to what I haven't got. say something, you say yeah. This flying up in the air, like we're holding on to something that's invisible there. Cause we're running on this year, we're in the fear. You can't let it all disappear.
Welcome back to the D-Man Show on WFTU Radio. Here is D-Man's Back in Time. On this day, July 26, 1982, Karen Diane Baldwin of Canada was crowned the 31st Miss Universe. July 26, 1984, pitcher Vita Blue was suspended for the rest of the 1984 season due to drug use. July 26, 1987, catfish hunter Billy Williams and Ray Dandridge was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. July 25th, 1991, actor Paul Reubens, also known as Pee Wee Herman, was arrested in Florida for exposing himself at an adult movie theater. July 26, 1992, the Broadway play Man of La Mancha closes at the Marquis Theater in New York City after 108 performances. July 26, 1992, Nolan Ryan strikes out his 100th batter for the 23rd season in a row. July 26, 2007, the 40th San Diego Comic-Con International opens up at San Diego Convention Center. July 26, 2009, the 96 Tour de France was won by Alberto Contador of Spain. And July 26, 2015, the 102nd Tour de France was won by Chris Froome of Great Britain. That was D-Man's Back in Time. I hope you enjoyed today's show. The D-Man Show will be back next Wednesday at 12 p.m. Have a nice day.